My boss invited me to take notes at the investor meeting, then their billion-dollar client recognized me. I was the only woman on the product team at Vertex Tech, but yesterday was the first time my boss actually invited me to an executive meeting. We need someone to take notes, my manager Ryan explained with that smile he uses when pretending I am part of the team. Wear something professional. I designed 70% of the software they were pitching, but sure, I'd be their glorified secretary when I arrived in the sleek conference room. Ryan's eyes widened at my tailored suit. I was thinking you could sit in the corner, he whispered, gesturing to a small desk away from the main table. My male colleagues, minus all junior to me in experience, minus sat confidently around the table, pretending not to notice as I set up my laptop in the corner. Jason, who'd been at Vertex for exactly 8 months, was practicing his presentation minus the one I'd stayed up until 3 a.m. fixing after he'd botched the core functionality explanation. Just stick to taking notes, Ryan reminded me when I suggested a minor correction. Let the technical team handle the presentation. When Westlake Capital's executives entered, Ryan's demeanor transformed. So honored to have you all here, he gushed, introducing my male colleagues with impressive-sounding titles. The lead investor, a striking woman in her 50s, scanned the room with calculating eyes. When her gaze landed on me in the corner, she paused. Sarah Chen. The room fell silent. Ryan's smile froze. Catherine, I replied, scanning. It's been a while. Everyone, Catherine addressed the room. This woman coded the offices for my first company's platform. We sold it for $230 million 2 years ago. She turned to Ryan. Why is she sitting in the corner? Ryan stammered. She's helping with documentation today. Catherine raised an eyebrow. Suffers. At Westlake, we typically put our senior architects at the table. She pulled out the chair beside her. Sarah, I'd like your technical input during this presentation. As I took my seat at the table, Ryan's face cycled through several emotions, none of them pleasant during the presentation. Catherine directed most technical questions to me. My colleagues watched in stunned silence as I explained the complex systems they'd been struggling to articulate. We'll need to schedule a follow-up, Catherine concluded. Sarah, I'd like you to lead that discussion in the elevator afterward. Ryan cleared his throat. You should have told me about your connection to Westlake. I smiled. You should have asked about my experience before assigning me to take notes this morning. The CEO called me personally to discuss my expanded role in investor relations, and Ryan, he's suddenly very interested in my ideas for the leadership team. But Catherine just texted me about a position at Westlake Capital. Sometimes the best revenge isn't proving them wrong, it's leaving them behind.